There just ain't no way it's true. There just ain't no way it's true. Orlando Pulse nightclub incident. Omar Mateen shoots these people. That's the official story. And his father goes to a Hillary Clinton rally and is sitting in the bleacher section right behind her, which is the same bleacher section they actually physically take with her from place to place to place. You can't sit there unless you are a VIP. How do I know that? Because we went to one of the rallies and we saw the same thing and we asked. And you ain't getting on the bleachers unless you're approved. And I brought up that funny little thing when we saw him sitting in the bleachers. How would this guy not... We didn't know he was coming. The Clinton campaign said they did not know he was showing up. He's lives in America. He's allowed to show up, of course. We didn't know he was coming. You didn't know he was coming. The guy's son just shot up with the whole nightclub, right? He's not being watched? FBI, CIA, Secret Service, nobody knew the guy would... Right. And I told you then, Hillary Clinton had nothing to be concerned about. She knew he was there, in my humble opinion. Got an interesting news headline for you. And this is not fake news. This is actually being reported by the mainstream media as well. Which, speaking of fake news, Pulse nightclub killer's father was a decade-long FBI informant. Planned terrorist attacks against Pakistan, allegedly, according to new court hearings proceedings. Here's a picture from Zero Hedge where he's sitting with the shit-eating grin on his face while Hillary's talking, and they're in the bleacher section. This is a very specific section. Not anybody can just sit back there. And as you can see right here, jurors in Salman, that's the guy, the shooter's wife, trial heard from Miami-based FBI special agent Juvenile Martin Sadiq Mateen's contact with the agency, while documents show the senior Mateen, that's this fella right here, and here, Super Mario Brothers looking dude, was trying to raise $50,000 to $100,000 through donations in order to conduct a terrorist attack against the government of Pakistan, a discovery made by the FBI following the June 12, 2016 massacre at the Pulse Gay nightclub by 29-year-old Omar Mateen. Disturbingly, Omar Mateen was such a threat that his co-workers reported him to the FBI, who had his supervisors wear a wire to try and capture Omar bragging about connections to terrorism. Really? So we have a Parkland shooting, FBI dropped the ball. Matter of fact, every shooting that's happened in recent history seems to be the FBI dropped the ball. Law enforcement dropped the ball. We had 14 complaints. We had 29 such and such. Yeah, I still got by. Still got in there. Not only did the FBI fail for Parkland, but the deputy up front, I'm just going to stand by too. I'm not going in there. I'm not going in there. Okay. Why are none of these people who are protesting, these gun marches happening right now, people begging for the government to take their Second Amendment away from them, why is none of them, not one of them, is holding a sign or saying, even if they do want a little bit of gun control measures, even if they still want that, for whatever reason, right? They're entitled to want that. How come over here isn't another sign on their other hand saying, oh, and by the way, FBI and law enforcement, you failed so miserably, you all need to be fired. Some of you might even be complicit for how bad it went on some of these cases. I don't know, like this one. Or the other one. Or the one before that. Or the one before that. Or the one before that. Every single time, FBI dropped the ball. Dropped the ball again. Yeah, we felt there was no threat there. No threat? What? So the answer isn't fix the FBI, which Donald Trump is doing. He's draining the swamp. He's trying to. That's the problem. Not guns. The gun did not jump into someone's hand and start shooting itself. The individual does these things. And here we have a guy, the father of this guy, Omar Mateen, was an FBI informant for a decade, which means what? You schmuck, you taxpayer, you consumer, or as the elite like to call us many times, what's that word they always call us? Useless eaters that pay taxes. You paid that man for 10 years as an informant. And then here everyone's getting all upset. McCabe's losing his pension. Agent, Special Agent McCabe. He's more than a special agent. He was higher up. Losing his pension. He deserves it. He was 1 day away from getting it. Oh yeah, sure. Let's pay these guys more for failure. Come on. So this is being reported by, this is even Orlando Sentinel is reporting on this. Pulse nightclub killer's father was decade-long FBI informant. We didn't know he was coming. We didn't know he was coming. How'd he get in the bleachers section? That's off limits. I know because I went to one. Remember, I reported my camera. But I've also talked to people who went to the other one in St. Pete that I didn't go to, and they said the same. They told me. Yeah, we couldn't get, they roped it off. We asked. We wanted to sit back there. Wouldn't let us. Oh. But the guy's father, he can come right on. Come on down. The price is right. Come on down. Hillary didn't have a care in the world. None of them did. And again, I remember seeing that old picture. We can zoom in on that. I remember reporting on it. And his little shit-eating Super Mario grin back there. Doot. Thank you for all of your tax dollars. I've been an FBI informant for 10 years now. Ding 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 ding. You cannot make this stuff up. We didn't know he was coming. And now we find out, thanks to court proceedings, discovery process, he was an informant for 10 years. What are the chances that an informant to the FBI family member goes and shoots up a place? You can't write this stuff. You can't write it. But this is unbelievable that this has now come out. Quick, look surprised.